Well, this is Steve Ridgel, and I want to this morning show you a friend of mine. It's a little, I don't even know what this is made of, but it's a little sheep. And several years ago, a friend of mine and a donor to Herald Truth gave several of us one of these to put in our office at Herald Truth. Now, the purpose was to remind us that we're trying to bring sheep, lost sheep, into the kingdom. And I really appreciate it. Now, it's been interesting because I don't office at the Herald Truth office. I office out of my ranch or up at Hillcrest because I work part time for Herald Truth, part time for Hillcrest. So I kind of, which means two full time jobs, sort of. But I usually keep it up there. But the other day I decided to bring it home to the ranch. Now, it was interesting because my golden dude, and I don't know where Remy is, but Remy comes in every time she comes in the office. She looks for this little sheep. She finds it and she growls at it. I guess she wants to announce it. Our little dog, we have a little kind of a Maltese rescue dog that's getting really old and cranky. And boy, she sees it, she goes nuts on this thing. And if I put it down on the floor, she circles it and growls at it and yips at it like it was real. Very strange to watch those dogs do that. But I tell you why I keep it around anyhow. It reminds me because we have just exploded at Hillcrest with looking for, well, bringing lost sheep back to the kingdom of God. We encourage our people to be very evangelistic, to talk about Jesus, and as they do that, they run into a lot of people who say, I used to be a believer. I was born again years ago. I was baptized. Occasionally, we even find somebody that says, I was baptized at Hillcrest years ago. But we find a lot of people who, in their teens or 20s or 30s, were baptized into Christ. Now they're 50, 60, 70, and hadn't been to church in years. And they'll say, I know I need to do something about it. And so we spend a lot of time talking to them about what their condition is without Jesus. We talk about forgiveness. We talk about coming home. And we do that a lot, and it's very frustrating sometimes because you think, man, how could you walk away? And then I keep this sheep around to remind myself that, there have been times in my life when I probably wandered more away from the flock than I thought I did. Or what we're finding out sometimes, there are lost sheep right in the middle of the flock. They're still coming, they're still around, but their heart's turning away. Now, I'm going to tell you, it's easier to bring them home than people that have physically left. It just is, if you're already there and working. But I appreciate my friend that gave me these. I look at this, it's been hauled around a lot, got little chips here and there, but it reminds me that we're looking for the lost sheep. And I do appreciate the fact that I think that golden doodle's probably trying to herd this sheep somehow, make sure she knows who's the boss. The little one, I don't know, maybe she thinks she's a threat. But you know what it reminds me? Even in church, I don't want to be the little attack dog on the lost sheep. If anything, I want to be like I think my golden doodle probably is. A little growl to let them know, hey, we're here. A little look to say, hey, I care. Who are you? Are you in my house? And let me take care of you. And that's kind of how I want to do with the lost sheep. Come home and let us take care of you. And then someday you'll be taking care of us. So let's think about how we approach the lost sheep. And this is Steve Ridgel, just appreciating the reminder that we're in the business of putting sheep into the kingdom, finding the lost sheep who wandered away from the kingdom, or away from Jesus, and bringing them home with love and gentleness.